Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Oswald Situ and today I'll be showing you how to implement blob storage. We're going to create a container, upload blobs. I'll show you how to configure anonymous access and I'll show you how the soft delete feature works and we'll go ahead to see how version it works too. Let's talk about blob storage. In the context of Azure storage, blob storage is a service that stores unstructured data in the cloud. It is ideal for serving content directly to a web browser, streaming data, both video and audio. It is good for backup and recovery as well as archiving. This unstructured data includes files like text, pictures, videos, documents, we have backups, and we have log files. Before you're able to store data in your blob storage, you need to have a storage account. And when you have this storage account, in the storage account, you create a container. This container will hold your blobs, and blob means binary large object. So when we have the container, you can now upload your blobs in there. The thing is that all blobs must be in a container. More so, you should know that a container can store an unlimited number of blobs. Also, an Azure storage account can contain an unlimited number of containers. So let's jump into the Azure portal and get started. So here we have our storage accounts that we created in the last video, and we're going to create a container. So you can come here, you can see the different file storage services, the container, the file share, the queues, the tables. That's because we have an account name is storage, is general purpose storage. So we can move forward to create a container. So click on containers here, and then I will click on container to add a container. I will call this hub, and for this demonstration I won't worry about the advanced features. Just go ahead and create this. So while that is going on, for you to be able to access your the storage and create blobs and upload blobs and do everything here, you need to have a an RBAC role as a user, an enter ID user. So I'm going to just show you this briefly. Of course, we're not focusing on the roles today. I'm just going to show you that you need to have a data access role, such as the storage blob data reader or storage blob data contributor. And then at the minimum, you need to have the Azure Resource Manager reader role. So I have this role assigned to my user. So I'm going to get back to the portal and let's get going. So now we have our container we just created. We need to come here and we're going to upload stuff, data, unstructured data into this container. So I'm going to click on upload, and you can come here and click on browse. Okay, so I have a folder here called demo. I'm going to upload everything that is in this folder. So I'm just going to upload everything, and then upload. So you see all the files I'm uploading, like queued. You can see the progress as it's uploading. So I'll just pause this video and get back once they're all uploaded. So while that is going on, I'm going to come here and create another container. I want to show you something. So when I come here to create another container, there are rules. There's a policy on how this naming convention will go like you need to make sure that it is unique within the storage account, as you cannot have the same name twice. And also it must be lowercase. It can contain numbers and it can contain hyphens. You cannot have hyphens, consecutive hyphens. Then it's minimum of 3 characters and a maximum of 63 characters. If I try to put in hub, to flag, like I try to create hub, it will tell me that the name is already in use. Maybe I try to use two dashes, two hyphens, and then the entire policy will come up and you can see it. So the name may only contain lowercase letters, numbers, hyphen, and must begin with a letter or a number. Each hyphen must be preceded or followed by a non-hyphen character. So our blocks are completely uploaded. So I just want to show you this. So I can't create that. Let's just say I'm creating a different one. Let's just say haven. This will be able to, we can create this because it's never existed on this storage account before. So here you can see Haven. I'm going to move forward to our blob because our blobs have been completely uploaded. Now, if we try to view one of these, assuming we try to say, let's just say fractions, let's open these fractions. And once we click on it, we can see the URL for this blob. So we click on this URL and copy this URL. We should be able to access it here. So once we put it here and enter, we're going to see an error because we've not given it permissions for that to happen. So that will flag an error here. So how can we fix this? I'm going to show you how this is done. When we created this storage account, we turned off anonymous access. So for us to do that, we will come to configuration here, and you can see allow blob anonymous access. This is disabled. So if you come here and enable this and save it, sure you save it, this makes it possible for someone to, a user or an anonymous user to be able to access or read your blobs just with the URL. So we're going to come back to hub and I'm going to try that again. I don't need to like go all the way. I have the URL right here, so I'll just come here and reload this. You see the error still persists. So why that is because although the permission has been, it's possible for me to make that happen. I need to set it. Let me change the access level. So if I come here to the access level, assuming I click on fractions now and change the access level, I can change it from private to blobs only. What would be private means is that no one can access this blob, regardless of where you're accessing from. In blob, anonymous read access for blobs only, so you can read the individual blob that I just selected. Then if I click on container, it means you can read all the blobs in the container. So I'm just going to click. Let me just click on this one. It's not ideal, but I'm just going to click on this one, and then I'm going to try to is trying to set the access level now. It's done. So we move on and try to refresh this. So you can see the image we have here. So that can happen for the rest of them. Say we try to open this one here. I'm going to get the URL and let's paste and go. So we see here. And then if I come back here, say we try to open, I have a song right here. So remember I said it's possible for you to stream audio and video. So I have a song here to put it to test. So you need to put this here and so you should be able to hear the song once I play it. I'm just going to do that again for a few seconds. So that's it. I'm going to come back here and try another one. I have a video here. Okay, this is a video on how to install Windows 11. This is also on my YouTube page and my channel. You can find this video. So here, if I just hit enter, should give us access to download that video in this case. So we can now start downloading that video. I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to pause it and cancel. So I'm going to come back here and many other things here. You have a text file, so I can just click on this text file and copy this text file, the URL, and come here and try to view it. So this is version 1. So that's just one of the files that we have here. So I'm going to close all these tabs and then we'll get back to it. So that's because we were able to change our access level to give us the ability to view these resources, these blobs across a web browser style. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the soft delete. So we're going to come back here. We're going to go down to data protection under data management, click on data protection and close this. Here we see that we've enabled soft delete for blobs and enabled soft delete for containers. So if you were to delete anything in the blobs or the container itself, for the container need to be stored for 7 days before it is permanently deleted. For the blobs, 15 days based on how we did set it the last time. You can change it back to 7 if you choose and it works, just save it here. While that is going on, I'm going to just move back to my containers. So let me show you what this means. So we'll come back to our Haven container, hub container, sorry, and I want to delete this fractions. So I can just come here and delete fractions. So I'm not going to bother about the snapshots, just delete fractions. It's not available anymore. If I refresh this, you cannot see it. It's gone. It's supposed to be permanently gone, but if I were to click on show deleted blobs right here, you will see fractions is right here. Fractions is right. It shows you that it was deleted and its retention is 13 days. Now, remember we changed it to 7, but it takes a few minutes for these things to populate. So sometimes some policies might still hang in there until when they are actually fully populated. So this is, you can undelete this file now. It is deleted. So you can just come here and say, we want to restore this file back. So you click on undelete. That process will bring it back. So you have fractions here again. The same goes for any of these options here. If you delete a file by mistake or a container, you can get that done. You can get it back. So you come here, let's try to delete this Haven container. So I'm going to delete the Haven container. Okay, so delete this. So now it's gone. By refresh, it's not there anymore. But if I come here and show deleted containers, I will see Haven, I see Miller, one of the containers I created earlier, and I can just come here and undelete. So the name is Haven, and I click on save. It's sorted now. So we have our Haven back. So now Haven is here. So that's just how soft delete works. It really helps you to restore files to different, like in case you mistakenly deleted something, you can just restore them by just undeleting that container or blob. So the next thing I'm going to show you is the blob versioning. So soft delete helps you to restore files that are being deleted. But when you modify files, assuming you had a text file and you modified something in that file, you can't restore it back with soft delete because you did not delete the file. So block versioning helps you to kind of have a snapshot of the previous version of your file. So let's put it to test right now. I'm going to come to data protection and click on data protection here, and I will turn on versioning. So enable versioning for blobs. So you can click here. You see you have two options. You can keep all versions. Now what this does is, no matter how many versions you have, maybe you keep editing your document, it will store all those versions, and that is costly. Like you're storing more blobs in the blob container, and that will cost you more. But if you choose to keep it for a short time, say 7 days, you can just do that here. Now, when you do this, if you choose keep all versions, it will keep it indefinitely. But when you click delete versions after 7 days, so what happens is these versions will be stored, and after 7 days, they will be removed from your storage. Now, if they are removed and you have soft delete enabled, they will be put in soft delete too for another 7 days, like in this case now. So I'm just going to keep it here and save. Also note that if I save this and I were to leave this blade and come back in, I won't be able to see this option again, because what happens is it creates a lifecycle management policy. Like it creates a policy for my versions, and I have to delete that version before I can find it here again. So let me just go about showing you this and come back. I'll show you how this works. So you can see we can't find it anymore. We can't find it anymore. And if we come to lifecycle management, you can see there will be a rule here already: delete previous versions, auto created, because you said after 7 days you should be kicked out. So that rule will be there, and if you come back to data protection, you won't find it there. You won't find that option until we delete that rule that has been created in lifecycle management. So let's just put this version into test. I'll just transit from here. Let's go to the containers. So we enter the hub container. I have a file here called versioning. It's a txt file. So just to give us recap. I think I opened this earlier. So here we'll be able to view what's in that file. So I wrote the short text inside that this is version 1. So you can come back here, that is the file there, and say, okay, this is the file we saw, and I can say, okay, this is, you can see right now we don't have any versions, there's nothing here. Then I can come here and edit this file. I want to just do it from here, and just change this to this is version 2, and once I'm done with that, I would save. So once you do that, it creates a new version ID. It creates a new file with a new version ID and puts the previous one as an older version. So let's see, if I come to versions now, you'll see you have a version. So that's the first one I created. I was saying this is version 1, and there's a version right now. It's stored right here. If I come to overview and copy the URL again, try to view, what you would see will be this is version 2. So that took a while to update. This is version 2. So version 1 is there. So we come here and do the same thing. Say we want to edit this file again. So this time around we'll say this is version 3 and save. That means we're going to have two versions. So this has a new, the current version has a new version ID. So the previous one is going to be saved. So we now have two versions right here. And that's just how it works. In subsequent videos, I'm going to show you how to use the SAS shared access signature to access these blobs also. So thank you for watching this video till this time, and I hope you learned something. If you did, like, subscribe, and share with someone. Thank you very much. Bye.